With the recent release of Mario 3D All-Stars, there's been a lot of speculation on other collections like this. Many for other series like Zelda or Metroid, but also for other series in the Mario franchise. As many of you know, we at Game Domain are big Paper Mario fans, especially fans of the first three, and would love a collection of the original trilogy. While there isn't a ton of evidence that this will happen, there are some things I want to talk about that make this collection more likely, as well as what the game would actually be like. Origami King recently came out and did very well commercially. This series still has plenty of fans, and Nintendo would be smart to capitalize on this. Last year, #RemasterThousandYearDoor trended on Twitter, and I guarantee Nintendo saw it. They know how much fans want this game again. Nintendo isn't a stranger to remastering RPGs, as they remade Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story the past couple of years. So it's not out of the question that they would do the same for the Paper Mario series. Many current Paper Mario fans have only ever played the newer trilogy and have never experienced the games that are overwhelmingly liked better in the Paper Mario community. Nintendo releasing this collection on the Switch would give these people the opportunity to easily play these games without having to buy an older console and these games individually. As for when this collection would come out, this year could have been the year to do it, as it's the 20th anniversary of Paper Mario, but I still think it could come out next year. Nintendo knows how much fans would want this remake, and they also would be smart to capitalize off of Origami King's success and release it next year. It's most likely not going to be until 2024 until we see a new Paper Mario adventure, so getting this collection could help hold fans over until that happens. As for how this collection would work, I have quite a few ideas for it. The first and most obvious one is to have a menu screen similar to 3D All-Stars, where they have the games listed as well as the soundtracks. Then, for the games themselves, they all still look decent today. Even the original, which came out 20 years ago, doesn't look bad today with its stylized graphics. All Nintendo would really need to do is up the resolution and textures. While this is all the least amount they could do, it's fun to speculate about what else they could add. Let's start off with Super Paper Mario. Since it has motion controls, it could easily be mapped to any of the Switch controllers like Galaxy. Like when you're pointing at the screen to get Tippy to tell you something, you could use the other analog stick to move your controller. With Thousand Year Door and the original as well as Super again, there isn't as much they would need to change, but I definitely think an option to skip cutscenes should be added. These games have long openings. I've seen Super's opening probably 100 times, and I really just want to be able to skip it. I like to try and speedrun it, but it gets annoying when each time I have to go through like 7 minutes of text before I really do anything, so an option to skip would be nice. Another feature I would love to have, but would be highly unlikely, possibly due to licensing issues, would be to include Super Mario RPG there as well. It was included on the SNES Classic a couple years ago, and is also on the Wii U Virtual Console. So it's not like it's difficult to find, but to include it on the Switch as well in this collection would be a nice bonus, and also give younger fans more of a reason to play the game that inspired the Paper Mario series. As I said before, with licensing, it was made by Square, so Nintendo would have to work out a deal with them, which I just don't think they would do for this. They even took Geno out of the Superstar Saga remake, most likely due to the sole reason of licensing. This is highly unlikely, but Nintendo can't stop us from speculating. I do believe sometime in the next year or two, we could very well get Paper Mario All-Stars. I think this may be something Nintendo realizes could make them a lot of money if they keep making these All-Star collections. So, we just need to see if Nintendo is willing to bring back the old Paper Mario games. One last thing I wanted to talk about, which is an argument against this happening, is that some people at Nintendo, not just Miyamoto, have told intelligent systems to be less unique and only include characters that are already in the Mario universe. Does this just apply to new games, or does Nintendo hate unique characters, environments, and stories so much that they would just never remaster them solely for that reason? I sure hope not. That's all I have to say about this for now, as we really only have speculation now, but I really hope this collection ends up happening. Not just for me, I already have all 3 games, but would still get this collection, but also for some younger fans that love to get into arguments online about how anyone that even remotely enjoys the original trilogy better than the newer games must be blinded by nostalgia. And even for the younger fans that aren't toxic like this and really want to get into the rest of the series but aren't currently able due to them not having the consoles to play the games on. Nintendo could literally make individual remakes of these 3 games and sell them at $60 each, and people would buy them. They would be stupid not to even consider making this, but Nintendo has made plenty of questionable decisions before, like with sticking with the sticker star formula while most of the fanbase has been asking for more of an RPG. So at this point, we can only hope for the best. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and let us know in the comments if you think this will happen. We also have a lot of Paper Mario videos like a documentary, a video on Super Paper Mario lore, rankings, and more. So if you want to see those, be sure to subscribe. Lastly, we have a Discord that you should come and join. The link is in the description. This has been Taylor with Game Domain.